Hello and welcome to another of the Vita Health video podcasts this time. I'm Glenn Thompson, nice to have your company. And today we're going to talk to Anita Mitchell. Now, Anita works within the Vita Health Group and you're a CBT therapist. Firstly, Anita, welcome. Nice to see you.
And you. Nice to meet you, Glenn.
Now, you're here to talk about driving recruitment and getting more people on board in your line of work particularly. I mean, you work as a network therapist. What exactly does that mean? And how did you decide to take up that role in the first place?
So I worked for the NHS for many years. That was about 20 years. And then contracts kept changing. IAP had come in and lots of changes within the NHS I was finding quite difficult. So after another change of contract, I decided I wanted to do some different type of work. So I joined Vita and I worked for them for 5 years as an employed therapist. And then my circumstances changed. My father got very unwell and I just needed more flexibility really in my life. So I decided to work privately. I'd already been doing a little bit of that anyway, but I decided to do that completely. And I was lucky enough that Vita were happy for me to continue doing work for them as a network therapist. So that was ideal. It gave me the flexibility that I needed, but also some security in payment, really. And one of the big difficulties I think a lot of therapists would really identify with is really hating taking money off people. It just doesn't fit with me as a therapist and what I do. So the wonderful thing about being a network therapist is you don't have to deal with the money side. So there's some security there, not having to deal with the money. And also another real benefit is that the clients are assessed before they come to you. So you're kind of getting an idea of who's coming to you before you see them, which is really helpful in terms of kind of risk management.
So you've highlighted the benefits there. I mean, what are the benefits of working this way, of being a network therapist?
I always say that the number one for me is the flexibility part. It means I can shift my hours around on a weekly basis if I need to. I can work some evenings. I can work it around my dogs, which are really important to me. So in the summer, I might start a little bit later so I can get them out early, or vice versa. So that part is brilliant. Swap it around for parents' appointments at hospitals, things like that. But also I think just the nature of the people that we're getting is you tend to get people that are keen to do the work and to really be more collaborative with their therapy. So that's really useful. And you can pick your own supervisor, which I also really love. So I can pick a couple of supervisors really that I'm working with at the moment that really enhance the kind of work that I do. And with Vita in particular, there's other benefits like the payment system. So you just send an invoice in at the end of the month and you're paid within 15 days. So it's great just to have that security as well, to know that you know exactly when you're going to get paid. And they're also quite flexible in what they're looking for. So you can do CBT, pure CBT, but I can also use my other skills like EMDR or compassion focused therapy and mindfulness. So there's some flexibility in what you're able to offer.
Anita, if anybody's interested in pursuing the line of work that you do within Vita, what's the best route? What should they do?
So I know they're advertising at the moment. They have some new contracts starting, so they're looking for a lot of therapists. So just get in touch with Vita and they will take you through the process of becoming a network therapist. And what you do then is once you're signed up, you just need to let them know your availability and they will help you fill the slots that you've got. And yeah, I think you probably let them know your specialisms and things like that, and they've got a new system coming on board that will also help with things like the invoicing and reporting. So that's, I think, all coming online in January.
All right. Well, head over to the website, I'm sure, and a lot of detail on there in terms of how to get in touch. But Anita Mitchell, who's a CBT therapist, thanks very much for joining us on our little video podcast today. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Glenn.